So, Southwest to Iceland is actually a terrific thing to do. So they've got a lot of things I really like about this. But then again, I recognize that there are real issues involving governance here.
Morning. As we're doing 8K in the house, I'm going to share my screen here. Going to get this recorded. Opening bell here in just a couple minutes. Futures up 2.25 last night. They're actually down. So that is the S&P 500 futures that I look at every single day. Gives me what the market's going to do. Obviously, individual stocks can go up without anything else. Let me put all this in the Discord channel. So if anybody wants to watch me today live for free through YouTube, you can. Got my water, got my coffee. If you guys have any questions throughout the time, I do trade with real money. My account's not big, like relatively for me. It's about a $45,000 account. So not a huge account for me, but I do trade with real money. I'd say my average P&L is between $200 to $1,200, maybe on a really good day. Good morning, Israel. Good morning, Brooks. How's everybody doing? I am in Chicago right now. I'm just going to go on my phone real quick and make sure nothing's moving this morning. And we'll go through the live flow. Yesterday, we saw some Groupon calls being bought. Been a little bit more quiet. Like last week, I was very aggressive, and this week, a little bit less aggressive. I've actually lost a little bit of money in HE, which is basically unchanged today, and ITOS. I would add those to a nickel. Chinese internet names getting hit again today. I don't have any positions on them. I talked about I'd rather be short than those, long those. I see PDD was at 144. Now it's at 139. That probably means the KWeb down, BABA down. Those all go correlated to each other. We had an unbelievable signal in TIGR last week. And get the recording going, and then we'll be good to go. We'll be ready to party. Come on, AK. Let's go party. Ooh, so I need to, okay, I can't record with my face because I'm recording over here, but that is okay. How many years have I been trading options? I don't like to say because it shows my age, but I have been trading. I graduated college in 2001 from the CBOE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange. Sometimes it's weird for me to say that I'm a multi-millionaire from trading, but I am a multi-millionaire from trading. And then I have been trading now since 2003 was when I started my trading. I think it was March 2003. So 21 years. I've been trading options. I've written books on options. I run a live trading room. I've been running my own live trading room for 14 years. So I know options backwards, forwards, left, and right. I know a lot of you guys are from the Discord community, which is great. All right, cool. I know a lot of you guys are from the Discord community, which is great. You can share your ideas, thoughts, and process. The way that I trade is very simple, very easy. I watch order flow in the option market, and then I react to those trades that I see in the option market. There's a million different ways to trade. I've found success trading the way that I trade. If you like the way that I trade, which is following the biggest and best traders in the world and just allocating capital on certain trades. I've been saying for many years now that there's a good chance that one day I won't be able to watch this order flow, that the exchanges will make this obsolete, make everything a dark pool. But until I can, that won't happen. I'm just going to continue to trade the way that I do. Knock on wood, I'll be able to trade like this for a long time. Richard says, good morning, Andrew. You're one of the best. Thank you. I appreciate it. So throughout the course of the day, trades go across. If we look to see how many stocks there are, I use FinViz. You can use anything you want. I do pay for this. It's really cheap. But if we look in the stratosphere, see how many stocks there are, I go to my scanner, I go to all, and I go to stocks. So we have 5,548 publicly traded companies. Okay, 5,548 stocks. Optionable, we have 3,900. So 3,900, those 5,500 stocks are optional. Okay. So 3,800 or 5,500 are optional. Futures now down 75 cents. They were down about 10 points. So you can see here, this is my Thinkorswim account. Like I said, I do trade with real money in real time. So at the course of the day, I'll allocate capital on certain trades. And we're off. Mobileye, I actually don't have anything on a Mobileye anymore. I can make that go away. ITOS, I actually sold some calls yesterday, and ITOS calls are at a nickel. I've got to add 23 of these. I've got to buy these for nickel. You gave me 10 at a nickel. ITOS, I bought some for a nickel. ITOS, OC 18, 2024. The 11s, I just bought them for a nickel. I just bought 10 contracts. $1.50 out of the money. HE up a couple pennies. I'm going to offer them at 15. They're joining my bid here, it looks like. Baba trading here, TIGR. TME, that was something I had a position I was looking at, guys. The Jan 17s in TME. I was kind of keeping an eye on these. TME, Rivian higher, HIMS down. CHGN is actually one of my bigger positions. D-Low, I would call offer here at 30. So I always have bids in the market. I always have offers in the market. Ooh, I don't want to sell 3,000 of those. I just want to sell 30 of those. EWZ trading here. Nothing doing to EWZ. CCL trading here. HE up a penny. These calls are 7 at 14. Okay, 8 at 14. SHLS down. HIMS down. Gilead higher. CVS down. EL down again. HE now lower. Let me offer some of these at 12. They're so wide, AK. CELH calls being sold. CLEH calls being sold. Thank you. A buyer Schwab calls yesterday. Let me look at those. So volume, how many contracts trade today? Open interest, or how many exist before today? Schwab, D's 20th. Calls were bought yesterday. D's 20th, 70s. Yeah, okay. Gilead, Groupon down again. HBN up higher. So I always have offers out and I have bids under the market. I have not done anything yet today. When I have a new trade, guys, I'll announce that new trade to you guys. Hopefully soon we'll launch a service where you can get all my trades. You can get my order flow. You can get a scanner of what I watch, because this is just the big scanner here of everything that hits the tape. So hopefully soon we'll launch that here. D-Lo, guys. D-Lo, taking off D-Lo calls, guys. This is a trade for personal portfolio. So D-Lo, guys, taking off D-Lo calls. So let me just put this little exit here. I sold all D-Lo 11/15, 2024, 11 calls for 30 cents, paid 20 cents, 50% winner, guys. This is a trade I have to send out to my subscribers in D-Lo, guys. D-Lo taking a profit target out. And I think this is a trade for my personal portfolio. So taking off D-Lo, guys, out of D-Lo. And I actually almost added to those at 10 cents, which I wish I did. So D-Lo, guys, taking these off at 30 cents here. So a winner here, guys, for one of my portfolios in D-Lo. Oh, personal portfolio now up on the year. Yeah, baby. So personal portfolio hitting an exit here, guys. Let me send this out. So selling some calls in DLO 11/15, 2024 so personal portfolio, exit in DLO. Sell all DLO 11/15, 2024, 11 calls for 30 cents. Paid 20, 50% winner. Ooh. So taking off some D-Lo, guys. D-Lo. D-Lo, guys. Taking off D-Lo. I'm buying some ATOS calls for a nickel. If you want a cheap shot on something, I don't think these are the worst things in the world. I bought some of these for a nickel, guys. So ATOS. So these are ATOS. If you want something really cheap, that most likely will go to zero. 10/18, 2024, 11 calls for 5 cents. So I bought about $100 worth. I wouldn't pay 10, but guys, if you guys want them at a nickel, I don't hate them here at a nickel. So if you want those at a nickel, I don't hate these here at a nickel. ATOS, ATOS. So taking off D-Lo, that trade is over. FLNC, I was actually going to look to buy some of those yesterday, maybe at like 40 cents. Let's go 40 bid here. These are November quarter calls. I've traded those before in the past. Rivian. TME, the January 17s. Let's look at those. All the RSIs and all this Chinese internet names are coming back now. Jan 17s and TME. I'm going to go 30 bid here. So I would buy these for 30 here. So TME, guys, these are trade I'm putting in, not filled yet. 117, 2025, 17 calls for 30 cents. TME, guys, TME. Trying to buy some calls here in TME. This is a trade from a couple days ago. Nothing I don't think is actionable that's hit the tape today. I've taken profits off in D-Low. The D-Low. D-Low now down in the day, reversing. So hit that profit target, now has reversed lower. CVS down today. Took off CHGN calls yesterday for super option scanner, super option portfolio. Ooh, CVS back to break even. Come on, HE, get hit. Hit it. Glow up 2 cents. Hims down. Day higher. Futures a little weak. I said the futures were down overnight. So the futures were down overnight. As you can see throughout the course of the day, I just put offers in, bids in the market. So I always have bids in under the market, offers above the market. ITOS, guys, I got some for a nickel. So I bought 23 of those for a nickel. I can't say no for a nickel. You can only go to 0. Doesn't mean they're going to be worth money, but so 23 of those. Let me offer these out at 10 and 15. Those expire next week. The RSI is 25 here. That is wild. So let me offer 12 at 10 cents, and then I'll offer 13 at 11. Sorry, it's 13 at 15. If you have any questions throughout the course of the day, guys, this is what I'm here for. You know, other than that, I'll just kind of trade. I can every book I've ever read, and I'm at book. I just finished book 79. They said you should never multitask. Well, I can multitask. I understand the premise of multitasking, but like you shouldn't multitask in theory. But TME, guys, I'm bid on from the market. PDD down, BABA down. All those RSIs on the Chinese internet names are getting about mid-50s. So they'll get oversold at 30. They'll get overbought at 70. They got up to 95. 95 on the RSI. That is wild. P&L today, pretty unchanged. Sold D-Low calls. Unity calls being sold. STT puts trading here. In your book. Whoa, someone's quoting my book. Wow. You guys really like me. You wrote that when paper sells puts, there's an 85% that's bullish, move forward. So when a trader sells a big quantity of puts, most likely that is bullish, but it's bullish to neutral, right? So it's bullish to neutral. It's not necessarily bullish. So it's bullish to neutral. Yes, I've heard you in live stream that you sell out, you take out the seller orders, the buy orders. And right now I have everything in here. AMD calls being bought. You know, AMD trades so much stock in a day. All right, guys, you're our first day trade of the day. If you want to take this, you can. CCL this week, 19.5. So I'm not going to take it. I don't day trade, guys. CCL this week, 19.5, 34 cents. You can day trade these, guys, if you're looking for something to day trade. Day trade, buy CCL, 10, 11, 2024. 19 calls for 34 cents. Targets, 42 and 48. So if you want to day trade something, this is something possible to day trade, guys. I'm not going to take it. So CCL calls being bought, guys. CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. You can see here a buyer of this week. 34,000, so not that big, a 1,000-lot contract. I'm not taking this with my money, but if you want to take these, this is something you can day trade right here, right now. It's an actionable call in CCL to buy the CCL. 10, 11, 2024, 19.5 calls for 34 cents or $34 per one lot in CCL. Futures not up in the day. They are up on the day. TSEM trading here. Nothing doing that one. I bought some ITOS and I sold some DLO. That's all I've done today with my money. And I sold about 30 contracts at 20 cents. Sorry, 30 contracts at 30 cents. So I sold $900 worth of DLO and about $100. So I am net selling options today so far. CCL calls, you want to day trade those, you can, 34 cents. Coca-Cola calls being bought here. RSI, relative strength index. We're going to look at scan functionality. We do have bank earnings later this week. We have a CPI number that will move the market. So AMC down 2%. Sony down. So no RSIs today, relative strength index. We look for oversold conditions on the 15th. That's the only thing I trade for technical analysis. Where is the Telegram group? There you are. Oh, I already had it open, I think. So CCL calls trading, guys. CCL calls. Those Asher puts that I gave everybody the other day was a great trade. Asher puts. Asher puts. Asher D's 26 puts. I was trying to get them at 35 cents. Those are $1.20 now in Asher. All the Chinese internet names I wouldn't be chasing now. We gave a great trade in TIGR. Gilead up, CVS down, EL down. I would add to these EL calls at a nickel. These are a couple weeks out. I'll take another $100 worth at a nickel. Let me see if they fill me. I call those lottery tickets. You know, risking $100 on a trade is very small for me. Very, very, very small. We'll grab my coffee, guys, and then I'll take you through the next 45 minutes of the day. Have any questions, please put that in the chat box. Let me grab my coffee, so give me like 2 minutes. I'm just going to leave the flow going throughout the course of the day here. All right. Sorry about that. So just grab some coffee here. Futures sharply unchanged here. CCL calls I did not purchase with my money. ITOS moving lower here. CVS coming back from the lows. Gilead, I saw some calls in those. CHDN, I sold some calls in those yesterday. But biggest dollar amount position is CHDN, which is Churchill Downs. Oil down, futures down. I think the market is a little frothy today. HBAN, I think want to make sure I have those calls offer on. There's no 16s. I do. P&L right now is pretty flat here. P&L is pretty flat here. I'm back in the United States, so I was in Sweden for 17 nights. I was in Slovenia for 2 nights, and it's no place like home. Every time I come back and I see border control, I go, "There's glad to be home." I love traveling more than anybody else. You know, I've been to 73 countries now, but you know, it's just a feeling of coming back home. ST calls were bought yesterday. I did a video on that one. ST up 13 cents. ATOS, I did buy some of these for a nickel. I can't say no for a nickel. Just $100 worth. SHLS, I'm trying to buy some calls. First solar calls being bought, small. When you look at the ATR, how do you decide if it's big enough? What is the measuring point that you like for the ATR? So there's 2 kinds of ATRs. There's a standard deviation ATR, and then there's an ATR. ATR, how much a stock moves 2/3 of all days. 2/3 of all days is a standard deviation ATR, and the ATR is how many it moves 1/3 of all days. So I like the standard deviation ATR to be 50 cents and the ATR to be about $1. But sometimes I will take trades that do not meet that qualification if I like the signal. SHLS starting to move up here. They're 10.15. I did not add a 15. I'm trying to get them at 10. So all I've done so far is take off DLO calls. You know, it seems like I talk a lot and I talk fast, but that's how you got to trade. Can't just be in this and be slow and boring. Slow and boring. You got to be able to move. It's like a big video game. You know, trading's like a big video game that I want to win. Run this room, guys. I've been running this room for 14 years now, almost. The flow is what we see here on the right. You know, if I wanted to, I could get rid of sell side. I could get rid of ETS. I could get rid of spreads. If I wanted to, I could get rid of puts. It gives you a better gauge. Only thing I saw was actionable today is CCL calls, the weekly 19.5 calls. Gilead higher, Rivian higher. Gilead. Ooh, come on, Gilead. Gilead, I do have a target offered at Gilead at 180. So Gilead, guys, GILD, I have these on. I do have a target out. So these are GILD, 11/15, 2024, 90 calls for 180. Paid 125. ENPH. I'm going to actually raise my Gilead here to 185. So I'm going to get a little greedy here in 180 and Gilead. I'm going to raise it in 185. So Gilead, guys, I'm trying to take these off for profits. GILD, ATOS, the RSI, relative strength index 24. TME, I tried to buy calls. I did not get filled at 30 cents. Now the stock's going straight higher. That would have been a nice fill. I would have taken profit target off at 50%. That would have been a nice fill. P&L is higher today. Glow up today. I have a structured note in Dell. Dell's unchanged today. Oh, yeah. Where is the flow getting from? Are these OptionStrat orders putting into the market? Yeah. So I'm watching the live flow on OptionStrat that I'm placing and reacting on certain trades based on volume, open interest, stock volume, ATR. So it's like when I asked my golf pro, how do you hit the ball 150 yards straight every time? He's like, I've been doing this for so long. You know, this comes to like, I could sleep for like 2 hours and I just know this backward, forwards, left and right. I know what I want to put my money on. I want to know what I'm looking for. Doesn't mean every trade's going to make money. You know, believe it or not. I know some people don't believe it. I put on trades that lose money. But like I said, in the long run, I am a multimillionaire from trading. I continue to trade one single way, which is order flow in the derivative space. watching the biggest and best traders in the world, placing and allocating capital on certain trades. That is how I trade. Gilead about to hit a target here on the Nove 90 calls. IGV. Nothing to do in that one. And I like when the market goes up, down, up. Where it kind of just sits here like this. CCL calls are still 34 cents. On the right, I kind of have some watch lists. And as things move, I can kind of get rid of those. It's just up 175. Taking one profit target off. Only entry was ITOS at a nickel. I haven't offered a dime. Technically from 5 cents to 10 cents. This is 100% profit. So you guys know. EL have a bid in under the market. Groupon, they bought some calls yesterday. I'm going to move a Groupon here to my watch list. I do not have a position on a Groupon. Churchill down. CHGN is my biggest. Can you show your brokerage window as well? So I trade through Thinkorswim. You know, I'm platform agnostic. You can trade through whoever you want. I want to show you guys the live flow, but this is who I trade through. As you can see here, I have 38 working orders, bids in under the market and offers above the market. You can see here's my P&L for the day. That's real money, real time, $600. So I'm up a little bit today. But, you know, that money can go away or it can increase at any point in time. CCL 10/11/2024, the calls hitting the tape. GILD profit target offered out. ITOS profit target offered out. It's like a billboard. If you're willing to sell something at a certain price, why would you not advertise it? I'm always willing to advertise stuff, and I'm willing to buy stuff under the market. Planeteer, PLTR, NTR, no first 55s. These are interesting. NTR, no first 55. I don't know why they didn't hit any of my scanners. Probably the delta's too low, but NTR, 11/1/2024, 55 calls for 20 cents. Interesting, guys. If you're looking for something cheap, NTR calls 20 cents. If they hit one of my scanners, I would have taken those. So NTR, guys, NTR. They hit one of my. Oh, CCL starting to get a bid. Those calls I told you could day trade was the weekly 19.5 at 34 cents. They're up to 37. Your targets will be 42 and 48, 25% profit and 50% profit. I only have one short position on it. My short position is Glow. Actually, I probably have more short positions on, but let me update this. D-Low is over. WBA is over. MSM is over. CRC is over. Marvell is over. Series technically, Uber's over. I would say the best day to trade is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Friday, in that order. So I love trading on Tuesday. NTR, these a lot of these trading here. Now they're being sold, it says. Up to 5,500 of these guys. NTR, they're up to 5,500 of these. So NTR, they're up to 5,500 of these. NTR, they're up to 5,500 of these. NE, these 50s trading 20 cents. So let's look at the NR order in NTR. I don't see why it's not hitting my flow, but it did hit the tape. SHLS, whee, 1520 now. IBM this week won 237.5 trading here. Small single orders in the option market. CCL on fire. Look at CCL go, guys. Gave you those CCL calls. They're up to 44 cents, guys. So target one hit. You can move your stop to break even. The only thing I've given you guys today is up money and CCL. So CCL, guys. So the CCL. So the day trade, the only thing I've given you today is a buyer of CCL 10/11/2024, 19.5 calls. Target number 1 hit at 42 cents. Trader can move, stop to break even, and can't lose on this trade. So CCL, guys, gave you guys these at 34 cents as a day trade in CCL. And just because I don't take it with my money doesn't mean it's not a good trade. I don't want to take these, but 34 to 42. Final target be 48. You move your stop to break even in CCL. You see a buyer of 1,000 CCL 10/11/2024, 19.5 calls, 34 cents, $34 per one lot. You could have got into that trade. I announced that to you real time and live. If anybody make money in CCL, I'd love to hear it. If anybody made money in CCL, I'd love to hear it. And if you didn't make money, there'll always be another trade. CCIL. CCL. You want, you can move your stop to break even, which means you cannot lose money on this trade. You want, you can move your stop to break even, which means you cannot lose money on this trade. Only signal that I think is actionable today in CCL. Look at this, guys. Charles, 30% profit. Great trading. Nice trading. Daniel says out of CCL, nice profits. Great trading. Great trading, guys, in CCL. Profit targets on a day trade, 25 and 50%. On a normal trade, 50 and 100%. So a day trade, 25 and 50% with a 50% stop loss. CCL making another move higher. Trading 48, guys. So the day trade I gave you. Good for 50% profits. Trade is over. So CCL, guys, nice profits here in CCL. CCL, guys, profits over. That trade is over. Move on to the sidelines. Say thank you very much. That's a trade. We take it off at 48 cents. Targets at 42 and 48, hitting the tape in CCL, guys. So a buyer, the 10/11/2024, 19.5 calls in CCL. CCL, guys. CCL. CCL, guys. What a trade. So one trade I've announced, guys, in CCL, and that is profits. One trade announced in CCL, and that's nice profits here in CCL. So the one trade I announced, guys, CCL. Great profits in CCL. Out at 42, out of 48. Trade is over. Move on to the next trade. Don't look at it. Don't buy a pullback. You made a trade. You made money on the trade. Good for you. Now you move on to the sidelines and say, thank you. I'll take my money, and I'm out of here. The only thing I think is actionable that's new today, like I said, I did take off calls and DLO for a 50% winner. I also took off, I added some ITOS for a nickel. Do have a target at a dime. STLA calls being bought. I was actually looking to buy some of those no 14s. They're 40.45. P&L's up on the day. I'm up about $800 today. Thank you, Hippie Hank. Hippie Hank. Trade is over. If you use your own profit targets, you can. NVIDIA down today. KWeb down. Meta down $9. Google down. Apple actually bucking the trend and higher. AMD higher. I was looking at the SOSX. If it gets to 30. If there are puts that are being sold, I don't take many trades. I'd rather take long calls than short puts. But I do take short puts. I turn them into put spreads. So I turn short puts into bullish put spreads. So I take short puts and bullish put spreads, but I have not taken any in probably a couple days now. CVS down. Gilead have profit target out. They say your rent is late. CHGN is my biggest dollar amount risk position. So I have CHGN 12/20, 2024, 145 calls. It's also December though. So this is my biggest dollar amount risk position in the CHGN. I only have 4 contracts, but 4 contracts at $5 is, $2,000. We have a penny spike in Unity, guys. If you're looking for something to the short side, Unity puts. I'm not taking these once again. These are Unity puts, guys. Unity puts. Unity puts here. Let me see how they are. Unity puts, guys. Unity puts. Letter U next week, 19.5, so 14 cents. So they are very cheap on a dollar amount. If you're looking for some puts, I don't really like buying puts that much. It's easier than money to make buying calls. But if you're looking for something, Unity next week, 19.5 puts here. And if I took these, this would be about $100 worth. But let me see how they look. So Unity puts, guys. Unity puts. This is actionable. If you want to take this trade with your money, you can. I'm not going to take it with my money. A lot of times I look for reasons not to take trades as reasons to take trades. And I'm actually going to get into them now. I'm going to try to pay 14 cents, and I'm going to try to buy $280 worth. So Unity, 19.5 puts, guys. I'm trying to get in at 14 cents. I'm not filled. They're at 15 if I want them. So I'm trying to get into this trade here, guys. So buyer of 2013, Unity, 1018, 2024, 19.5 puts for 14 cents. My target would be 21. I think these are actionable, guys. I think these are actionable. So I'm trying to get filled. I'm not filled just yet. I'm stubborn. I don't like to pay 15, but I'll pay 14. Paying 14, guys. I'm trying to get filled at 14. What do I look at? I don't really look at gold futures. If I don't trade something, I don't really look at them. I mean, I'm always long. I'm always long Bitcoin. I'm always long physical gold. I'm always long Tesla through structured notes. I'm always long NVIDIA through structured notes. But for the most part, I really don't trade gold. I don't really look at gold that much. I trade single derivatives in the option market. So I trade single options in the derivative market. If you want to trade that, you can. It's just something I trade. I think there's better money to be made and more money to be made on something else. So Unity, I am filled, guys. I bought $280. Let's see what happens to this position in Unity software. I'm going to have an offer out of 21. I'm risking $280, guys. I'm in Unity software. $280 here, guys. $280 of these in Unity software. So I bought 20 of the Unity 1018 2024 19.5 puts for 14 cents. Target is 21. Can always gap lower. I have $200 of risk of my own money. If they trade a nickel today, I would take them for a nickel. I'd buy another $100 at a nickel. So I did take these with my own money, guys. So I'm in a short position in Unity software. So Unity software, I'm in a short position in Unity. If you take these, good luck to you. If you don't take these, that's fine. We can just watch together to see if they make money. So Unity software, guys. Unity. Let's get an ATR here, average true range. And it's spiking here. Oh, that's on the weekly chart. So we see here, it's kind of consolidating here. And, 14 cents. You can get in one contract at 14 bucks. 2 contracts, 28 bucks. If you don't want to take these, you can kind of just be on the sidelines and see what happens. I took $280. That's how much I'm willing to risk on this trade in Unity software. I put up the 15-minute bar as an ATR of $1.20 a day. So I do like that. If the high is in for the day, how low can it get today? So the high is in for the day. If the high is in for the day, not saying the high is in for the day, the high is in at 21.89. It can get to 20.69. So I can get to 20.69. That's the high of the day minus the ATR, average true range. So Unity software, guys, I'm in a short position in Unity software. I didn't want to pay 15. I want to pay 14. And I got filled at 14. Unity software. And if I lose money, I lose money. That's called trading. I'm buying next week 19.5 puts. Is that not what I had? Next week 19.5 puts. No, that's the right order. 14 cents. So let me send this out real quick. Do 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 do. $19.5 puts. Has a nice ATR of $1.20 a day. So Unity software here, guys. Unity software. It'll be a 10 out of 10 bonus trade. So that has been sent. 14 centavos. So I can sell off $1 today. I could really change my profit targets if I want. It's only traded 1 million shares today. So reward to risk, I do like this trade. Reward to risk, I do like this trade at 14 cents. They were buying some match calls yesterday. Match with 38s were bought yesterday. Do 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 do. So Unity software here, guys. ChatGPT is the greatest thing ever. You just tell them what to write, and it just writes it for you. Who needs a copywriter? So Unity puts in them 14 cents. So one new trade, guys. I did not take CCL, unfortunately, but I did take Unity. And it's not like a big trade, right? So if I lose money on this trade, I have a $50,000 account. $280 on a $50,000 account is not much. But, you know, obviously I want to make money. I tell ChatGPT what to write for me. And if I lose money, I lose money. Gilead, I'm long Gilead calls. I bought the 11, so the GILD. Any questions are great questions, guys. 1115, 2024. 90 calls for 125. And my target on these is 185. So I bought these the other day. This one's working out today. I think I'm going to make money on every trade. But I didn't think I was going to make money on every trade. Then I wouldn't take certain trades, right? But I do think I'm going to make money on every trade. Every trade that AK makes, he's like, I'm going to make money on this trade. I wouldn't place a trade if I thought I was going to lose money. But it's not realistic to think every trade is going to make money. Just not how trading works, unfortunately. Wish it was. But as long as we have more winners and losers, good. You got to take into consideration we will have losing trades. There will be trades that just don't work out. But how you take those losing trades is much more important. And Unity, I'm nickel bid to add a couple more of these. I'm nickel bid to add a couple more. The 1018, 2024. Ooh, 19.5 puts. And the entry here is 14 cents. So the only thing we see actionable today, in my opinion, is Unity and CCL. I think we see an actionable is Unity and CCL. Match.com, there was a buyer calls yesterday, the 1018 38s. I did not take that trade. I was actually on a flight I flew from Slovenia to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Chicago. So I was on a flight and I did not get in there. Do you ever adjust, for example, a short position not working against you? I don't do much of adjusting. What I do is I place a trade. If it's wrong, I just kind of take it off or I let it go to zero. But I don't really adjust. Like in Unity puts, I would add it in nickel. But that's about it. Laser trading here. Like a laser beam. Laser! Day higher, FLNC higher. SHLS, I was going to add to the Nov 7s. SHLS moving up nicely here. 18 minutes ago, guys, for AK. I'm going to stop the recording in about 3 minutes. Actually, I'll go straight through. Futures higher today. P&L's higher today. Unity puts. And those CCL calls are 56. Hope you guys got out of those and made some money here in CCL on the calls I gave you in CCL. Like I said, even though it sounds like a lot going on, AK's talking a lot, you know, for me, what have I done today? I sold D-Low calls for 50% winner. I bought some ATOS calls for a nickel, cheap lottery ticket. And then I bought some Unity puts. So that is what have I done today. And I wish there was more trades. I thought, you know, I wish trades just come out throughout the course of the day. But unfortunately, that's not realistic. Sometimes you have to wait. Futures up 775. We're down 10 last night. Down 10 last night. Not up 10, down 10. PLTR has been a beast here. PLTR just doesn't stop going down. Ugh. So Unity puts, CCL calls working out well. Today's Wednesday already. So I was in Sweden for 17 nights. I was in Slovenia for 2 nights. I'm in Chicago for 5 nights. I go to Dallas for 2 nights. I think I'm in New York for 4 nights. Then my schedule's open a little bit, and then I will end up back in Florida. I'll end up back in Florida like October 30th. I'll be on the east side though. So on the east side that Melton has not hit. Do you ever turn a simple long call or long put into put or call spreads? Occasionally. I mean, it kind of depends. SAVE trading here. SAVE trading here. No, thank you. SAVE. Gilead, I did not get filled on my target. Still in HIMS put spreads. Still in Unity puts. FLNC. SHLS starting to move up a little bit. It's up 20 cents. I'm dime bid for those. I'm not filled. I'm dime bid at a quarter here. But like I said, a lot of times I'll have bids in under the market. I'll have offers above the market. I'm willing to get into stuff, at cheaper price points. P&L is $840 today. HE hitting a nosedive. Sold the HE for 10 out of 10 at 16. Google trading here at Google, Googl. Googl trading here. So in ITOS calls. A nickel, target at a dime. I'm short Unity via puts. How do you interpret UOA based on in the money and out of the money, deep in the money puts and calls? I don't. I like to check out of the money stuff. The better chance of making an ROI. I don't like deep in the money stuff. So I don't like in the money stuff. I like out of the money calls. I like a delta, like an option 20 to 80 cents. I like a delta of, 20 to 40, maybe 10 to 40. I think that's the best chance of making money. Have you seen my Ford lately? Have a target in Gilead, not filled. Glow getting a nice little bid. FLNC starting in a little bit here. I was actually going to buy some FLNC calls yesterday. So long Unity puts is a new trade for today. It's all I've done today. Have a profit target out at 50%. I would look to add in a nickel, just have a bid in underneath. And I'll be around after this, guys. So in the Discord channel, I always give you everything. Super option scanner in Google, the 62.5s. Let me look at this. Robotaxi news. I'd actually get short Tesla on the Robotaxi news. So Tesla, I would sell the 250. I actually have an offer out. Google 3 out of 10. I could sell Google a Google spread here if Google does pop here. The Google 62.5, 65 call spread. I'm trying to sell it for 125. We offer 2 contracts out. So this is a call spread in Google, guys. So I'm trying to take a call spread here in Google. So I'm trying to sell the Google 1011, 2024, 162.5, 165 call spread for 125 credit. So Google, guys, I'm trying to buy a solid Google call spread for 125 credits. In the Google. So Google guys is trying to sell a call spread for a credit here. Trying to sell a call spread for a credit here in Google. We see a buyer, guys. So we see a buyer of this week, 62.5. Buyer of Google. 10/11, 2024, 62.5 calls for 105. So Google calls being bought, guys, in the Google. So calls in the Google trading here, guys. So Google calls. Let's bring this up. So we see a buyer of Google calls. It's a buyer, and we can see a buyer of 1,850. GOOGL. 10/11, 2024, 162.5 calls. They bought those for 105. And I'm actually trying to fade that order. So Google, guys, I'm trying to fade this order. I'm trying to take the other side of the trade. I think Google is in a downward trend, and I think Google goes lower. Lower. Unity, whack. Have a target of 21, guys. That'd be 50% winner in Unity. If you want, you can have targets at 21 and 28. So if you want to do, you could have targets at 21 and 28. Unity software. 15 at 19 right now, guys. 15 at 19. Unity going lower. I'm going to move mine to 21 and 28. So I'm going to move my targets here 21 and 28, guys. So I'm going to try to get 75% winner total. I was happy with a 50% winner today. Now I'm being a little greedy here. So let's offer 10 at 21 and then 10 at 28. So hopefully you guys got into that trade. Another winner here. 2 signals I've announced today. Both of them are winners. So Unity, guys. 21 and 28 will be my profit targets in Unity. So Unity. I have a whole week for them. So 21 and 28. They're worth about 17 here. AUR. AUR, glow on fire. EL down. So one new official trade for me today. Unity, I got a new. And sometimes, I call it sitting on your hands. You just kind of chill and you wait for a signal to hit the tape. You don't need to take trades just to take trades. My goal is to take the best trades possible to make money on trades. But I don't trade just to trade. I'm not going to just put something on and put something on. Like I said, every trade that I put on, I think I'm going to make money. Is that realistic? Of course not. Okay, LO trading here. Okay, LO. 5 minutes ago, guys, in the period. 5 minutes to go in the period. Gilead offer out. Unity offer out. ITOS offer out. I was looking at buying the SOSX when the RSI gets to about 28. I'm far away from that. How's my good friend Moderna today? 58. RSI is 26 in Moderna. It's not a real company, AK. Rivian starting to move up nicely here. I sold the put spread in Rivian. Discord channel. I contributed for a different Discord channel. So You can see Unity, you shouldn't be able to get filled here at 14. So I bought 20 contracts at 903.51. So we don't have a, official Discord channel, but I contribute for one called OptionStrat. So I just put order flow in there. 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes to go in the period. Unity going lower. These Unity puts, if we looked at a put here, the Unity puts are 15 delta on the put. And 21 would be our target. It does have a nice ATR, so it could go lower here. TJX trading here. I'm really happy for the guy that read my book. That makes me happy. I've written 5 books total. Crush with eyeliner. That's a REM song. REM's a long time ago. Three minutes to play, guys. And I can make 10 trades in a minute. I mean, not a minute, but I can make 10 trades in 5 minutes, and I cannot take a trade for 2 hours. On Robinhood, some increments are 5 cents and some of them are a penny. That's industry across all every exchange. It has nothing to do with your broker. It has nothing to do with your broker. That has to do with, the market. So like in HE, these calls are 7 bid at 8. Okay. And if you look at something like SHLS, you can see these are 10.20. So that has nothing to do with anything but the option market. It has nothing to do with the option market. And if SHLS goes up a lot, I might be looking to buy some for 15. So this is something to keep an eye on. I am 10 bid here. So these are SHLS 11.15, 2024, 7 calls for 15 cents. I'm not currently bid. If the stock starts moving up, I will go 15 bid. Every single option has a gamma, has a delta, has a theta, has a vega, has a rho. $16.18 on the Unity puts. I'm at 21. DOW calls trading here small. Look at GLW. Wow. I'm in short a put spread, so I'm down money in GLW, but I'm up money in day. I'm up money in FLNC. FLNC has been a great stock to trade. So there's a bid I'm putting here. S&P, new high. We can reverse off those highs and move lower. You never know. $30 seconds to play in the period. P&L's up by $800 today. That moves as options move. $10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So CCL profits, guys, something I gave you today, and also profits in Unity. We'll see what happens. Thanks, everybody. See everybody later. Ooh. And if you're members of my trading